Welcome back to another scorching hot day in sunny Spain on the Finca. It's forecast to be 36 degrees today, 97 Fahrenheit, 36 Celsius, and getting hotter towards the weekend. As you saw yesterday, we're not working outside anymore. It's just crazy hot. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to make the door for the bedroom upstairs, because we're starting working on the apartment, so we can keep that clean. Also later on, because we've used all the water in the IBCs, we've still got water in the inside deposit. So I'll put a hose pipe on our tap. We're going to fill one of them up from there, because if we just use the hose pipe later on when we're watering, there's not enough power in the sun, so we're actually draining the batteries. So we're going to decant the water into the IBC while we've got free power. Use it or lose it, solar, isn't it? Right, crack on, let's get this door made anyway. So I'm in the workshop, our lovely big cool workshop. It's fantastic. The swallow that was here up there, he's gone. I'm not sure if I put that in the video actually, but I put it in. We had a swallow in here, a little baby one. At least I think it was a swallow. He had a forked tail. We get them every day, or quite often in here, but the adults, they come in 2 or 3 at a time, fly around, catch everything, and then, you know, most of the afternoon they'll do that, in and out. Well, this was a little baby one, and he was just sat up there on a nail that's sticking out the wall. Eventually found his way out, bless him. We've got another little baby in the workshop. I think it's a swallow. It's got a forked tail. It looks like it's a little baby one. I'm not sure if he can't find his way out, but we normally do. We get quite a lot of them in here. That sounds like Mum and Dad's coming. But anyway, so yeah, today, so I'm going to get this door done. I want to get it done today because we've got to go down to Leroy Bricko thing to pick up some more timber, some hinges, and a few other bits as well, and plus some bits of our stuff from the place where we used to live. So at least we can get the door made today, because it's glued and what have you. It can be set, it can just sit on here all night and it'll be set solid and firm for hanging tomorrow. I need some timber to make the stop channel around the frame, to make the frame as well. So yeah, the doors first. Okay, so the door is 750 wide by 175 centimeters. That is high. I'm not sure what that is in inches. It's less than conventional though, because we have a height restriction, because everything is tiny and wonky and stuff in this place. So what I'm going to do first, the boards I'm going to use, the 22mm tongue and groove boards, basically the same as the floorboards. So because it's 175, the width is 750, the visual part of the board is 140 millimeters, 14 centimeters. So that means I need 5.35 boards. So I'm going to cut 6. First thing to do is cut 6 to the length, the height of the door. Okay, so they're all cut and I've got them laid out on the bench. Now obviously, because it's tongue and groove, I need to take off the tongue off this end, because it's the end of a door, you don't want a tongue on it, and the groove off the end of that one. So I need the door to be 750 wide. So the 4 in the centre, the 140 each finished area. That's it. That's 560, which means I need 290. No, it doesn't. 190, which is just less than 100 or 4 inches on each of these. So what I'm going to do initially, I'm just going to rip this one down, take a random amount off it. I'm not even going to measure it because I know I'll have a decent width on that one, whatever happens. So as long as this is sort of not less than 85, no 95, we're good. So we do that on the table saw. I'm not sure I explained that very well. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle at 140. I want 750. That's 140, 285, 60. That leaves me 190 to make 750. Does it? Yeah, that's right. So I've set my saw to 100 to cut this one to 100 wide, which is about 4 inches. And then logically that one then will lastly have to be 90. It doesn't matter if they're different. No one will ever know. No one will even see. So I'm going to rip this one down now. Okay, so there it is. Lovely. Right, so the next thing we need to do is I'll cut the end one right at the end. So I'm going to cut, I need to rip down 3 ledges again out of the same stuff, but rip the tongue and groove off both sides. They're going to form my ledges that are going to brace the whole door and hold it together. So I'm going to cut them to 750, which is exactly the width that I want the door. So we'll get that. So we'll get those. I'll get those ripped down, and come back to you shortly. Okay, so we've cut the ledges. What we're going to do now, we're going to apply a little bit of glue to each one. So that'll give the door super strength when it's on. So I've done the first one actually. We'll stick that up on its edge and just run a thin bead. Doesn't need a lot, just along. I always put it on top of the tongue, so if any excess will come out the back and not go through to the front. I can clean it off before it sets. Then theoretically all we do is just slot it into the groove. This wood's been sat around a while, so it does tend to twist a bit. But what I'll do when I put the ledges on, I'll clamp it before the glue's solidly dry, and then just make sure your ends are flush. Lovely. I've actually clamped this to the edge of the table because my table's dead square, so I can beat on these a bit if I need to, and yeah, knock it about. But because it's square, if I square that up, then I know my door's dead square as well without having to worry about measuring across corners and things. Right, I'm going to carry on and get all the rest of them done. Okay, right, so we've got the first 5 on now, all glued together. Put a couple of clamps on because some of them were a bit springy, so we just pulled them in and clamped them in place. We're going to put the ledges on now. So all we're going to do with these is glue on the back, stick them where we want them. We're going to have one at the bottom, one near the top and one in the centre, and then just fire them in with the nail gun. Right, so I've put a mark on where I want them. Obviously I'm just going to obscure the mark because we don't want a black mark on our lovely door. I'm just going to put a random glue in. That'll do. And then we'll just pop it where we want it. That's it. And then simply bang a nail in it, or several. I'm using 35mm finish nails because the 22mm, that's 44, so it means I won't come through. And then again, we put one either side of our tongue and groove. By doing it before we put the last one on, we can get an exact measure and actually put that in, mark it, and then we can trim it down to the length we want. Right, I'll get the top and the middle done. Right, so all that remains now is to get this last piece in. I'm going to just stick it in place. Try anyway. Some things are easier said than done. Come on. That's it, he's going in now. Right, so we've knocked it into place. We have to clamp it back down again. What I'm going to do is going to draw a line on the end of each of these. Then that'll give us our measure for the saw. We're just going to rip down this now, and I'll draw a line, I'll take it out, join the line up and draw the line all the way down. Then I've got a guide for me saw. We'll rip this down, come back, stick it in, glue it and nail it, job done. Okay, so I ripped it down, bit of glue on it. Just going to wrestle it into place again. Where's my knocker gone? There we go. Super, right? Just nail it in now, and we'll put some timber across, clamp it to hold it flat while it all dries, and come back to you in a minute. So there it is, door's done. Clamped at each end in the corner, stop it moving at all while all the glue sets. We'll have to leave that now and come back to it tomorrow. In the meantime, the tank's filling up. What's it up to there? Oh, 900 litres, just another 100 to go. Excellent. And we need an onion for dinner. Look at the size of these. Fantastic. Huge. And even the ones next to it that are underground, normally onions form half and half, but they're underground and they're still huge. Get a proper onion here. It's a proper one.
Excellent.
Fab. Okay, so now we're off to Leroy Merlin and Brico Depot to pick up the next load of stuff that we need to carry on with the bathroom door and bits up there. But first off, we've got to unload this. It's the roof for the stables. It's red hot. It's been sat out in the sun all day. It's 25 to 1. It's 35 degrees. So we're going to sit in the hottest part of the day in an air-conditioned car. As if by magic, there they are. Trailer's empty, hitched up, and ready to go. Okay, so we're back. We've got hinges, 6 of, 3 for the bathroom door, the bedroom door, this one here that we made just before, and 3 for the loo door for downstairs. Because we're going to finish that off and finish the wall off and get that plastered and get the switch fitted and get a door on there. We've also got tensioners for the fence. You may recognise these from the other day. We've got all of them now, so if it ever cools down we can possibly bear to go outside, we can get that done. We've got, my assistant passed me, a 45 degree for the chimney upstairs, so we can move the fire over a little bit to give us a bit more space maybe for the kitchen area. We're still looking at that. And in the trailer still some lengths of timber, the bits that we need to finish off what we're working on at the moment. So tomorrow we'll hopefully get this door swinging, and then we need to fit the little gate latch because we're having those little farmy type gate latches on everything. We'll see what else brings. We're working on the apartment upstairs. I may do the door in the bathroom, on the toilet downstairs, because that's been requested a couple of times for obvious reasons. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider subscribing just down here, and click the little bell, select all, to get notifications of all our future videos. Thanks all the subscribers, thanks to all the watchers. We'll be back tomorrow with another one.